Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Your Fever Detailing. My name's Donovan. Welcome to 2026. I hope you had a fantastic holiday season, new year, and your year is off to a great start. I wish I could say the same was happening here in the shop, but unfortunately for us, after a detail, actually right before a detail, the microswitch on our pressure washer broke. So as you can see here, this little black piece of plastic on the housing actually broke and could no longer tell the microswitch when the pressure washer was at full pressure. So the switch itself is fine. All of it in here, I've heard it, I've tested it. You can hear the clicking inside there, it still sends power. This is only an $8 part. So fortunately, my washer was still under warranty. This is the new one that Active had sent out to me so graciously and have really helped expedite the process to keep my downtime to a minimum. Now look, I'm just gonna come out and say it. This is not a commercial pressure washer. They say it's not a commercial pressure washer. I wash my cars almost every day, and I have 5 cars right now, which means I'm washing a car almost 5 days out of the week. So I'm already washing more than the average weekender who probably only uses it once a month, maybe once every couple of weeks. So I'm really pushing this thing to its limit, or not necessarily pushing it to its limit, but I am certainly pushing it more than the average person. And so I like being sort of that tester for brands to tell them, hey, what's going on with their products. You know, I know it, again, it's not made for commercial use, but I can't say I'm a commercial business. You know, it really is small scale when you think about it. But at the end of the day, new pressure washer here. We need to get over our existing fittings. These are our existing fittings from the hose itself, which actually go onto the pressure washer. So this is for the low pressure garden hose. And then you have this one, which goes for the high pressure pressure washer hose. So those will get transferred over later on, but we do need to transfer over these two. So with that, let's hop straight into the unboxing. So here we go. This is our Active 2.0 pressure washer. Seeing that this is a warranty replacement and not a retail purchase, they just send the washer itself. I have all of my nozzles here, which we will transfer over once we're done. We have our fittings, like I mentioned, right here that will transfer over. So we'll start getting to work on that. And then right here, like I said, here is our microswitch. Plastic is in good condition. I've been trying to look for some way to upgrade this. I can't really think of a way other than to maybe wrap this in some sort of tape, but seeing that these are heat sinks, I don't really want to keep any additional heat in where it is unnecessary. So if you have any ideas on how to kind of upgrade, or I guess sort of prevent that from happening in the future, please let me know. Would love to hear some thoughts. Obviously, just being more careful with it is probably my word of advice, but you never know with these things. This is kind of flimsy plastic. I mean, it doesn't feel the sturdiest that it could be for the product, but again, this is not made for commercial purposes, but if it's in a stationary spot, you shouldn't have much issues. So I'm done complaining. I have nothing but good things to say about this pressure washer. It's compact, it has fantastic flow, it's decently quiet, and it's very, very flexible. I think for 320 bucks or whatever it's going for now, I think it's a pretty decent buy. And with the 2.3 and the 3.0 coming out soon, this thing's just gonna go down in price. I think it's gonna be a great value for money, especially versus the Ryobi and the Cat equivalents in size. I think this will have a better value prop once this comes down in price, but in any case, I've had nothing but good things to say about it since I purchased it in November of 24 now, I think is when I bought it. So I've probably done over 200, 250 washes, and this thing has been nothing but good for me. So let's move over the fittings and let's start with the Teflon right here. Nothing insane, but I just want to get good coverage of those threads. Go off this old one. I know I'm double checking this O-ring in here. It is starting to flatten out a little bit, so probably need to service that here soon. And also, just so I don't forget, I'm going to attach this on there. That's for the hose, so. Super easy. Now this one might not come off as easily. I stand corrected. Try to take off this tape right here. Filter looks good, so we're gonna fix that on. Now I could go and tighten that even more, but I think that's good enough. We have one last thing here to do, and that's to take off this little cover, and that's pretty much it. From here, it is go time on the pressure washer. So they don't really have too many instructions with this one. I don't remember if there's anything I have to do. You know, taking a look in here, we have M22 14 millimeter connections. So that's these guys right here, all of what they use to actually the thread pitching. Just make sure all your O-rings are in place, all the nozzles. Additionally, on your foam cannon, it says not to use smaller than a 1.25 mil orifice, which I've upgraded to already. Most pressure washer cannons will probably come with a 1.1. I really don't know how to measure that. The safe thing to do is just go on Amazon and purchase them and then install them in your foam cannon if it doesn't explicitly say uses a 1.25 mil orifice. So just be on the lookout for that. I'll link a couple of the ones that I use down below. But with that, let's hook up our hose, make sure everything works, and that'll be it. All right, so there we have it, a brand new power washer for a brand new year. While it isn't actually a brand new power washer to me, I am glad that Active was super proactive and very, very helpful in the warranty process. I'm gonna get this one registered. I absolutely love this thing. Even before I even remotely considered detailing as a side hustle, I knew that I wanted to upgrade from the one that I had before, which was just a typical Amazon $100 power washer, and that served me well. If you're in a similar situation and you want to upgrade your own setup, this thing is fantastic. It is extremely compact, it's extremely powerful, and for the money, I think it is a great value, especially with all these fittings. This is like a $20 kit. Again, I'll have that link down below. Once you get the kit, once you have a decent hose, you get your process down, you get your chemicals right, it just makes things easier. Having that extra gallons per minute, you know, my old one was like 1.2, this one should theoretically be 2.0. Having that extra water really, really does help. When this one broke, I had to go to my old one and I could immediately tell the difference. Other than that, if you want to see some of the chemicals that I use, if you want to see how I do interior cleans, vacuuming, exteriors, cars that I detail, the 5 BMWs that I have, if that's not enough proof that I love detailing, I don't know what will. Leave a comment down below on what you want to see next. I'm really excited to see where this channel takes us, and if you've seen any of my other ones, then you'll know. My name's Donovan, I'm the host of Eurofever Detailing, and until next time, see you guys later. Bye.